All right, going on about 90 minutes of videoing in 30 degrees. So one of the funness of the wintertime here in Colorado. It could be a lot colder. It's been a lot colder, so I'm not complaining. This actually feels like short weather compared to what I've been in this year. So kind of a harder winter we've had. East Coast guys, I was out there Christmas. I'm heading back out in a month, and you guys have had a mild winter. I think you just recently got some cold front and maybe a little snow, but boy, we've got all the snow you guys have, in the years past. So anyway, this video, as I've walked through the yard and kind of show you, I like to do that in all my videos. Been doing this for 18 years. Phone number is 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. You can view most of our parts online. Not all of them are online. It's extremely difficult to list. Matter of fact, everything you see on the ground over there, which I just remind myself I need to do some wheel shots for somebody, is not listed yet. Some of these transfer case transmissions we have sitting right here, we just pulled within the last couple days, so those are getting inventoried in our container over there. But point is, if you don't see it, call us, because we do have things. We do have things we just don't inventory as well. So we just kind of part them out as they go. This is kind of one of those cases. This is an 07 Commander. Obviously, we're limited run on these. I think 06 to 10 were the years on these. They might have done them a little bit later, but they don't make them anymore. There's parts that you can and can't get still on them. This particular customer I'm doing this video for, and I want to make a point of saying this because if you see this video and it's not videoed for you, but you notice that this is what we do, and on another vehicle you need this done on, this is what you can expect from us. So again, Commander, I'm going to be doing some lower rocker shots here in a second in this video. There's obviously some plastic trim on it, so we're going to have to kind of take what we see and we consider that pre-dismantle. We lock people in at the prices we think they're going to be and get deposits, and then we'll start cutting. If we get something, we get in there and we find out that it's not what we said it was, we'll call you immediately. Not going to send you anything that we didn't think or you're not expecting. So know that, okay? That's just a reassurance for you, a guarantee for you, not getting something, we don't want to send you junk. So one thing with this, I don't cut things very often. We don't do it as kind of a part, especially when it comes to a part that's not in the realm of what we list. This is done by more of a shop rate. We have a minimum shop rate of $400 per thing we're doing. So that's kind of how these are priced. Sometimes if the part is desirable, for example, torque pockets on a Wrangler TJ that have to be cut out, there's the flat rate that we do for labor getting them out. And then we charge for the part as well. So it's still a feasible option, especially for a lot of shops or parts you can't find anymore. But it's really not our game to do a lot of cutting. It's not something I allow employees to ever do unless I give them specific direction. So and the only things I usually cut are going to be something like this, Grand Cherokees, XJs, sometimes Comanches, depending. And then Wranglers and the CJ line, we'll only cut in the circumstance that the tub is not salvageable, because those get sold whole. And that's another thing too, I want you to just be aware about. If you need a complete body, you're dealing with an accident, a rollover, rust, whatever. A lot of times, especially on a lot of this stuff, there's an ample opportunity to buy it complete, or maybe stripped down to what we call Hulk or a shell, cab, whatever you want to call it. Buy it that way and then transfer things over, or cut what you want out of it, yada yada yada. That necessarily could save you money in the part itself. It may be more though to ship it. Obviously this is going to take up a ton of trailer space, and it requires fairly heavy equipment to do, especially something like this. So in this case, it probably wouldn't be feasible. It is an option still, we can go over that, but more than likely just getting the customer's request in the first place. So what they're asking about is the lower rockers of a Commander. They're in an East Coast area, Midwest area that has ample amount of rust. We don't get rust out here. Actually, Colorado is one of the hidden gems, and then everything west of us is pretty good for the most part until you get to kind of the ocean again. We don't use salt on the roads. They use mag chloride. It tarnishes aluminum, but it does nothing to steel. And therefore we kind of, we get some nice stuff. So people always think we get in the mountains and so we're gonna be rusty, but I assure you that's not true, at least not at the moment. So liners in it, so that's gonna be hard to see. Anything behind it, I mean, we can get back here just a little bit, okay? But, and obviously this lower trim is here as well, but we'll get up underneath it and just show you there's absolutely no rust anywhere, even on the seams, which are usually, you can see where they spot weld these things, pinch weld them. That usually that's where an area that would trap. So nice and clean all the way down, no damage from picking it up with a forklift or anything like that. These are unibodies, so in this case, what I'll do is send this to the customer, show them that what we're working with is either vital or not for him and his purpose, and then ask him to take some photos of his or some measurements to see exactly what he wants cut, and then we will get him pricing and shipping and yada, yada, yada. We do ship everything, and we ship internationally. So, okay, a little darker over here, but you can see same thing. Nice, clean, up underneath, no rust. You can probably tell just by looking at this sheet from the top that it was a clean one. So it had an engine sputter, which is a bummer because these 3.7s are hard to get. Okay, not much I can show you in here other than the seals are good. All right, so, and as much of it as you need. Now, this one is probably going to be priced slightly different, but I will make you the best deal I can on them. We'll look at, just like I said, how much time we're going to have into it, getting it stripped down to the point where we can get them cut, and then also seeing what you need on yours, and then we'll work you out of shipping. So if you're the customer I'm sending this to, take note of that. Give me some measurements, maybe some photos of what yours looks like, how far back you want it, how much of it you want, and then shoot me. I'm going to text you this video here in a few minutes. Text me at the number I'm sending you from. You can text me back that stuff. Text me your address. Text me both a commercial address and a residential if you plan on doing residential shipping. If you don't have a commercial, not a big deal. Canada has YRC terminals, so we can ship there. If you have any contacts in the US, and obviously there's probably taxes involved, you want us to ship it to either a forwarder or buddy you have, or possibly join this East Coast trip that I'm going to be taking here in March, and want to meet me down along my route somewhere, we would charge you still a little bit of delivery, but it'd be probably nominal compared to what freight may be. I don't know what freight may be. It might be cheap on it, and it really depends on how long these end up being. So anyway, hopefully that gives you an idea. If there's something else you need on this guy, we can possibly get that to you again. Hoods are available. They're hard to ship, but again, if we're meeting you somewhere, fenders are pretty clean. The bumpers are nice on this guy. Grills, header panel, doors are clean. Yeah, it was a nice Jeep. It just, like I said, unfortunately we bought it and we're hoping for a good motor and ended up with a bad one. So, and this is where she sits. All right. Okay, 303-666-9020. I got one more video to make, and then I'm done for the day, I think, for videos. And we'll go from there. Questions, comments, concerns, give me a shout, or check us out on the web, Parts Breakers, PARTS BREAKERS.com, and we appreciate you taking a look. Thanks.